What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. There's so many great videos that I cannot wait to get out to you guys, so I'm going to be doing quite a bit of mass recording. So I apologize if you're going to be seeing the same old looks day in and day out, but it's more about the content sometimes and not necessarily about what your girl is looking like. That said, today I actually am filming for this actual face, and this will be available next week. I've already pre-scheduled almost all of the videos, and this is the wear test for the One Size foundation. So don't worry, I've already already scheduled 4 out of the 5 videos associated with that week. I will be doing a 6th video as well, where I will be doing a roundup talking about all of the foundations that I talked about that week. So in case you kind of want an overall opinion, and honestly, some of the end clips, your girl was so tired that my decision making and kind of analyzing my analysis of the wear and like the actual product really wasn't the best. So hopefully that 6th video where I really round everything up will be super helpful for you guys. But until then, let's dive into today's topic. I know you guys are very excited to hear about all of the holiday makeup that I decided to pick up this year. I did strictly focus on this specific video for like holiday, so more like Christmas type items. There were a handful of items that I actually picked up for the Halloween season, but because that's like now gone and past, I'm not going to really worry about those. Those will still be featured on my channel, but just not in this particular video. So back to my makeup really quickly, and then we will really dive into these products. I did just change out my lip, and I know that in a lot of my videos, the lip combination is really what catches you guys' attention. So I did want to make sure you guys knew I threw on, and I mean haphazardly, I threw on this Tower 28 lip liner in the shade Draw Me, I think. And then I just threw on one of the Summer Fridays lip butters on top. So in case you are interested, that is the lip combination for currently today's video. Other videos that may look the same, like base and everything, might have a different lip. So just keep that in mind. But with that said, we are going to go ahead and dive into the Christmas holiday associated makeup. Some of these items I have actually tested out. Some of these items I have not, but I know the formulas, and so we're going to go with the formulations. I apologize, I wasn't able to test out all of these prior to this video, but Sephora had me played for this year's sale, and so a lot of these things I got super late, and with my travel schedule, things were just not aligning perfectly, but I still want to talk about them. I will be having swatches as B-roll, so just stay tuned. I'm really excited to get this out to you guys, so let's dive on in. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the items that I have already talked about. I've already done videos on. That way you guys can just immediately jump over, and you kind of already have like that background. If you haven't seen the videos that I've already filmed for these items, I will have them linked down below, as well as all of these items will be listed and linked down below to a location that you can purchase. If you shop through my links, I appreciate it. Otherwise, no big deal at all. It's just fun to talk about makeup that I spend my money on with you guys. So the first collection that we can go ahead and talk about is this Charlotte Tilbury collection for holiday. So I bought 3 different items. The first thing I picked up was the Love palette. I'm not going to go too far in depth. Like I said, I've already done videos where I really focused on these items. I did travel with this palette to one location. I had this prepared to travel to a second, but that one did not work out. Either way, I'm really happy to say that none of these shadows actually broke. I did not like overly take care of this palette. I think I've dropped this palette twice already, and it's still going strong. So really happy about that. All of these mattes have like a creamy texture to them. So if you're very familiar with Natasha Denona's original cream to matte or cream to powder shadows, or even Danessa Myricks' cream shadow in her Groundwork palette. This has a similar consistency. It's like a moussey cream situation. It does pick up on a brush, both synthetic and natural hair. I have no problems with that. It is definitely pigmented. All of the shades are pigmented. They're all blendable. They all work on my skin tone, which is the biggest thing for me. I really want to be able to use every shadow in a palette. I don't want to have to really select one or two because of my darker skin. In addition, all of these shimmers are actually really quite nice. I like to use them as toppers. I like to use them as like accents. It just kind of depends on what I want for the overall look and the overall vibe. I will say that I think this shade over here really has been mislabeled, because in my experience, it had the different formula compared to the other 3 shimmers that all are touted to have different formulas than each other. So these 3 are touted to be the same formula, and this one is touted to be the more unique formulation, whereas I think 1, 2, and 3 are the same formula, and this one is the more unique formula. It's a little bit more dull, not as much shimmer and reflectiveness to it. Overall though, I am actually really happy with this palette, and I would have honestly picked up more Charlotte Tilbury during the Sephora sale had that sale not been so difficult for me to receive my items, basically. So the other 2 items that I picked up were these 2 Pop Shot shades, and they are quite expensive for what you get, right? You really are paying for the name, and you're paying for, you know, the vibe and all of that jazz. So if you are not comfortable with that, if you don't want to do that, I completely understand. I got the shade Rose Gold and Pillow Talk, but I will say that these are definitely, oh my goodness. This type of product is definitely something that I have been reaching and gravitating towards lately. You've seen it in all my looks. My looks have been very basic, very simple, where I throw something in the crease, and if I want to put a shimmer on, I reach for one of these small kind of pots of gold, as Lauren Made Beauty calls it. So for me, this has really been a very fun addition to my collection, and these are even better than some of the other kind of previous single shadows that I've kept long term, and that will be rectified in my Reckoning coming soon for my Declutter series. But yeah, I really like them. I think they're fun. I think they're nice. It's all based on what you think is worth it to go from there. That said, I think if you are somebody who you want to know if there's a huge difference between these sparkles and the sparkles in this palette, the like really shimmery ones, I would say there's not a huge difference. The biggest difference being literally that these are in single pans and this is in a palette. So take that into consideration for what is best for you. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what you need to buy. Did I need any of this stuff? No, but I really wanted it. I am enjoying it, and I'm going to get my use out of these items. Keeping it going with the last holiday item that I've already showcased. Actually, there's one more that I don't have up here. Hold on. 2 more holiday items that I've already showcased on my channel, and I almost forgot one because it's been so long since I've actually had it. And this is the Hourglass Face Palette. So this is the Lotus Flower palette, and this video that I did for this palette seemed to have been really helpful for people, so I'm very happy about that. But it also got a lot of attention, and when you get videos that get a lot of attention, you get that negative attention and you get that positive attention, and that's understandable. I'm gonna say the same exact thing with all of this stuff, right? If it's not for you, it's not for you. I'm so happy with this purchase. I'm really happy with it. Not only can I literally carry this palette to go, and I have all of my cheek products that I want. I even have a powder that I feel comfortable setting my face with and my under eyes with, all of that jazz. And for me, this is the first time that I have truly felt that way about Hourglass. When it comes to this bronzer, I feel it's very similar to my Wayne Goss bronzer, where although it's not going to be like bam out there large and in charge, there's a subtle uniqueness to it that once blended and applied to the skin, it looks flawless. It looks absolutely flawless, and there really is something to these hourglass powders. Never wanted to really discredit that. The biggest issue is that if you don't have shades that are willing and able to work on my skin tone, I can't actually see the genius of the powders. So I'm really happy that Hourglass came out with that powder or that palette this year, and I'm glad I picked it up even though I said I was not going to. That said, I would love to see Hourglass go even deeper next year and have more shades next year. They've really been sticking to this like 3-4 palette situation where like the 4th palette isn't actually a different palette inside. I would love to see them actually come out with 4 individual different palettes, or even 5. I think 5 palettes where they really deepen out that shade range would really help Hourglass in a long way, and help any of these brands in general. But I really kind of want more people to at least be able to experience Hourglass as I felt I was ultimately really able to experience them this year, and with the other palette that I've kept from them last year. So the last brand or collection that I've actually shown you guys from this holiday is the Pat McGrath collection. Once again, video will be linked down below. I'll go ahead and start with this like cute little duo. Once again, this has really been a nice little duo for me to just pick up once I have thrown something in my crease, whether it's my eyeshadow primer, whether I'm just using like a shadow stick as a primer. I can just throw one of these on my lid and go about my business. So this has really been cute, effective, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a nice and sparkly type situation. Once again, is it worth the money? That just depends on you, right? So I think these were $25, whereas you could get the 5-pan for like $30 or something really close to that equivalent. Price wise, it truly doesn't make sense, but I am genuinely happy with my purchase, and I'm really happy that I've been able to get as much use as I have. That is also another item that I have traveled with, and I'm happy to see that it did not break. Actually, just picking up my palette, I realized that it's already starting to show some wear, which is crazy because I've not taken it on any trips. I've literally just shuttled it between different spaces in this section of my apartment. But this is the eyeshadow palette. I'm actually really happy that I picked this up. This is the first eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath that I picked up for her holiday range. I really just never was attracted to them. I will say some of these shimmers are actually weirdly extremely creamy, which is not a bad thing. It's just an unexpected thing. The mattes are beautifully pigmented. There are some mattes that have a subtle amount of sheen to it, especially like this dark like brown tone, but blended out, it looks perfectly fine. No big deal. I like that there are some sparklier tones in here as well. So once again, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury palette. If you pick this up, are you going to say to me like, do we need this? Is this going to give really a different formulation? Not really. It's just a different kind of delivery system, right? You get a more curated color scheme with just those 2 shimmers if you're somebody who just needs additional shimmers to the collection and not a whole huge eyeshadow palette. Now, everything else that I picked up that is actually holiday, you guys have not seen, at least not like overtly, right? I've used them and I've worn them in videos here and there, but nothing that I've like actually sat down and actually talked about the items. And since we've been talking about a lot of eyeshadow, let's just continue on with the eyeshadow, shall we? So one kit that I told you guys I was really interested in was this Bobbi Brown Gilded Gleam kit. Now I picked this up from Nordstrom for a discount. I did not actually pay the $45. I can't distinctly remember the price. I will do my best to put on the screen like pricing for all of these items if I am able to. And honestly, I could care less about the mascara and the eyeliner. Those things are not important to me. I will gift them to a friend or just gift them to like a women's shelter or something like that. I really just wanted, I wanted this beautiful little duo right here. I decided to go with this one. I was definitely hemming and hawing. I was like, maybe I should get both, but then I really checked myself and I realized I only need one. I don't even need this, but I really wanted it, and it's beautiful as well. Once again, it's another one of these little pockets of gold that I've been really enjoying just throwing on my lid. It's really cute. I absolutely love it. Now, there's not as huge of a difference between the 2 shades as I genuinely thought there was going to be. I definitely thought that there was going to be a bigger difference. This is a more golden tone and this is a more bronzy tone. But once you blend it out on the eye, it's not that big of a difference. So keep that in mind. But this is a really cute little compact, really nice. It could be thinner. I would have loved if it was thinner. That way it could definitely fit into my top drawer, because these are little pockets that I'm planning on keeping up here. Very easy access. I do need to continue on with my declutter, and then I will redo my top drawer bin with all new fresh items that I know I'm gonna love and enjoy. But I do plan to basically put these little pots of jewel in there. And so for that reason, I'm worried that this might be a little too thick, but we gonna make it work. Yes, we will. The last eyeshadow product that I have to talk about, I was only able to get because I ordered from Sephora Kohl's. So this is actually one of the duos from the Patrick Ta Major Dimension release. This has been the talk of the town. So this is the Major Dimension Eye Illusion Shadow Duo. I got the one in Talk to My Team. This was the only one that was available out of the 3 that I was interested in for Kohl's when I finally got to the Kohl's website, and I was sick of waiting for the Sephora site to restock this duo. I really like this duo. I really do. I understand it's expensive. Do not get me wrong. I understand a lot of this makeup is just stupid expensive, but I do enjoy it for what it is. I like the concept of this, and somebody who is realizing that I have not touched my actual magnetic single shadows in basically 2 years. I realized that for me, this is kind of the new magnetic single shadow. And so for me, this is fulfilling that void where I do want sparkly, glittery shadows, but it's in a cute little compact where I can travel. I have access to multiple shades, and I can apply both of these shades on my eyes and get different effects, different vibes from them. Now, I will say on my skin, the way that I've applied it, I do mainly reach for this top shade. This bottom shade, when applied, I don't see a huge difference between the two. Out of all of the duos, from all of the research that I've done, it's that darker duo, that's the dark browns, that gives the most versatility if you exclusively want to use the duos as like an eyeshadow palette, if you will, because the one shade is more like a matte kind of satiny shade that people have blended out. And then the other shade is like more of a toppery tone. I really want that one. I want another one as well. And I'm hopeful by the time that we get to, the end of this year, I actually will have acquired those two. I'm just trying to be smart on like how to pick them up for the best bang for my money. I do know that currently at the time of filming this, and I will be talking about it in this later this week in my Friday video, or Friday or Saturday, one of those days videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos basically until the end of the year. I will be talking about the fact that Patrick Ta is actually currently doing double the points for members. So if you are a member on his website, you can get double the points if you purchase for him right now. I don't know how long that goes. If I can find out before I upload this video, I will put it on the screen. And I'm considering doing that, but then the concept is, am I going to dedicate buying my Patrick Ta stuff from that site, or am I going to continue to just wait and get it from Sephora? So I'm hemming and hawing over that, but I definitely want the 2 other duos that I thought I wanted. I've just really been enjoying this particular one, and this is another one that I traveled with during my Omaha trip and had no issues at all. So really happy that all of these beautiful precious items were able to travel with me without any issues, whether it was breaking or customs or security or whatever it is. The other item that I picked up in that Kohl's order was this House Labs duo. Now, I said I was not going to pick it up, but if we're being honest, I did not want to be that person that only bought one single duo, so I decided to throw this in. So honestly, I'm really happy that I did. I've only been able to use these items once, and I dedicated to use these items outside of the other cheap products that I picked up, because these are, well, this is a new formula and they reformulated this. So I wanted to kind of get my opinions on these particular products. I had been saying in my blush swatching video that I wanted to basically get all of my favorite shades or interested shades in this Haus Labs blush formula, because I love this formula. I got this shade in Hibiscus Haze and I thought this would be cute. This is pretty much the closest to a really bright pink that I think I can stand. I know I have quite a few bright pinks from the Patrick Ta range, but overall pinks is just not my color in the grand scheme of things, and I think this has enough neutrality to it that it works out for me. Really nice formula. It pretty much reminds me of the old formula. I think they just made it smaller to give you less product basically. And as for the glossy cheek stick, like I said, I only tried it once. It did appear glossy on the skin, but it didn't seem overly glossy. I did apply it with a brush, one of my favorite brushes, which is the Angie Hot and Flashy A507, and it applied beautifully. It was like this glowy kind of balmy cheek situation. It didn't appear sticky or anything like that, and it felt like it lasted for a really good time. Like I said, I didn't get too much wear out of these products, but I am happy that I purchased them during the sale for the price. I think retail, does it say the retail price on here? It doesn't say the retail price on here, but like I said, I will try my best to have that information on the screen. And I think for that price, this definitely was a good bang for my buck. I was able to try both formulas, you know, one formula just making sure that I still enjoy it, and the other one trying it for the first time. I did not have these colors, and I will definitely continue to get more experience in these items, and then from there I will decide, of course, whether I want to expand on either and or one of their ranges. So really happy with those. Like I said, I decided to really focus the one day that I had so far at the point of me filming this video, that I was able to put some cheap products on for those products. But I did get other cheap products and I'm still very excited to use them. My Sephora order came insanely late. So this is the LYS what's happening? This is the LYS Higher Standard 3-piece mini cream blush stick set. Now, I said I wanted to get all of the cream blush sticks, and I do. Absolutely, I do. And originally I was not going to pick this set up because I did not think it was for me. But when I did extra research on the actual shades, I realized that these were all shades I was very confident would work on me. And I love that these are in the mini formula. I absolutely love that. That way I get to have the shades in my collection. But Lord knows I did not need a full size of anything. So these are really great. In case you're wondering, the shades are Focused, which I do actually already have, Elite, and Bubbly. I'm pretty sure I have Focused. I might have to double check, and if I do, I will definitely go ahead and give Focused away without actually using it. But I'm really happy that I picked this up. This is quite a small amount, but at the end of the day, the likelihood that I'm going to pan any of these sticks is very low. So I'm very happy to have picked this up. It was a very reasonable price. And once again, I did pick it up during the sale. So I got that 20% off of this price. And, you know, probably what I will do, because I don't think LYS has launched their Black Friday information yet. And that's another reason why I have not filmed that video as of yet. Once I know that information, I will decide kind of where I'm going to finalize that collection, because I kind of want to just finalize that collection and go about my business. Another brand that I said I wanted to get the whole range, and this kit just allowed me to get the range quicker, is the Danessa Myricks Forever Flushed Kit. I don't think a lot of people talked about this kit, but this kit actually gives you a lot for a little bit of money. Once again, I did pick this up during the sale, so I got 20% off of the $35 price tag. And the shades that are in the bigger pack are Dancing Queen. I believe this is actually exclusive to this kit, I believe. If not, it was a special shade that they launched this year. It's one of those kind of options. I just don't remember which one. I also got Spiced Latte, which this looks like it could be just pinky enough to actually show up on my skin tone. So I can't wait to do my swatches of these products today to see what actually will work for me and what won't. Then they give you two really small ones, and this is the one I'm pretty sure I have, which is Jubilee. And you could use this in a variety of different ways. A lot of Danessa Myricks you can use in a variety of different ways. Though this little pack I would probably use as like an eyeshadow cream. I would not use it as a lip product, although I think it is, like, a lot of people have used it as a lip product. For me, I would never want to put this type of product on my lips because then how am I gonna reapply, you know? And then the other shade is a Red Velvet. And this is a beautiful kind of almost primary red tone. So, you know, like I said, I have not unfortunately tried these actual items in this kit, but with that said, I'm very excited to, and I have full faith that they're going to be the same excellent quality that I've enjoyed from all of my other ones. And you guys will see all of the blushes in this range that I have from Danessa Myricks, I kept. So I have just one additional holiday item that I picked up, and this is a really item that I honestly did not plan to pick up. It just kind of fell into my package, if you will. And this is the Sephora Favorites Set Sampler. This is the one for perfumes, and I talked about the fact that I wanted commodity milk, and this allows me to get, I believe it's the 1 ounce of the commodity milk, and that's enough for me. I really don't need a bigger size than that. I find that it takes me, no, I can redeem for the 3.4 fluid ounce size. That's perfect. That's the one I wanted. I wanted the commodity milk expressive. I'm so excited that I was able to get this on a discount. I haven't done this type of thing in years. I used to do it a lot, and I used to keep up with them and get pretty much all of them. And that's how I really bolstered up my perfume collection. But I already said I wanted that particular scent. And when I found it in this kit, I felt like, why not? Why not do that? That way I can get the item that I want. I may not be able to get it like immediately, but eventually I'll just keep going back. I know that there's a local Sephora to me that actually has that perfume. So I'll just make sure to go and hopefully get that. And I cannot wait. So that's it. That's all of the holiday makeup that I picked up. I really didn't pick up all that much. I find that for me, picking up holiday makeup is really just 1 or 2 items here or there, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that the items that I pick up are things that I'm going to want to use year around. They're not going to be things that I feel like I have to use only during the holiday season, which is why I kind of veered away from getting the like more traditionally holiday makeup eyeshadow palettes that brands release, especially the independently owned brands. Whereas the big mainstream brands, like even like Danessa Myricks, her holiday palettes, I don't feel like anybody would ever say like you have to only use it during the holidays. It was just not 100% perfect for me. And so yeah, that's kind of how I went with this year's holiday. I would love to hear what items you picked up during this year's holiday. Did you pick up any of these items? Do you have the same opinions as me? Are you waiting to get any of these items on sale? Like I said, I aim to have my Black Friday kind of deals, sales video up later this week, so just stay tuned. I'm actually going to be uploading this video the same day that I'm recording it, so today is going to be crazy. I actually need to stop talking because I need to then go ahead and do my update on my foundation. So many things going on, and I still got to go to bed tonight. Why? Because I got to work later tonight as well. So I'm going to stop yammering because I need to get this edited and uploaded. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any questions questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to put them out down below in the comments section. I will do my absolute best to comment back to you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give this a huge thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give this a thumbs down as well. That's perfectly fine as well. And of course, if you're not already subscribed and you would love to see additional content from me, I would love to have you. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be very soon. Bye guys.